What's good, guys? Welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and here's another episode on my usual journey becoming a profitable trader. Remember, I like to remind you guys that this channel is about me on my journey and going as a trader and how I see set up the challenges I'm having, and all this kind of things. So, first of all, like, subscribe, and comment, and that will be do this channel a very good favor, and also do the whole community at large a good favor because it's going to help push this information I'm making abroad and beyond. All right, so guys, today we're just going to be doing weekly analysis, and I hope you guys watched my. Thank you guys for the people that have viewed it, and for the people that didn't view, thank you too. All of them, if they happen, everything happens for a reason. I believe that, and so I hope you guys got something from that. Is my all my perspective about losses in trading. There's still a lot to say about trading losses. All right, there's still a lot. But I'll keep on saying them. Maybe just inside my other videos I'll be making. So today we're gonna be doing a weekly analysis. And man, I'm review of the trades I took last this week I just passed. Man, I've been hitting stop loss from last week. Last 2 weeks I've been hitting a lot of stop loss, and I don't know why, but I'm honestly most of the trades I take are my plans. I don't believe this is part of the losing. All right, maybe a losing streak, but I don't believe it's part of the losing. So I'm down a lot in my profit account. I'm down with a lot of drawdown. I've not okay, I've reached that kind of drawdown, but I've not passed this one now. I've reached 4% drawdown, but I'm in 4 point something percent drawdown on my risk account anyway. That's what I was expecting anyway. On my risk account, I'm down 4 points. I'm down 4.5 or $6 on my risk account. When I say risk account, I mean the account I risk a lot. I risk 1% in that account, not 1% exactly, and then the other is the accounts I have that I risk so 0.5% there. All right, because that one I'm trading consecutively. Why this one is risk? I take big trades from there, and I trade less there. That's what it's about. If you're trading, the bigger risk you take, the less you should be trading, and the smaller risk you take, the more you can trade. All right, it doesn't mean I must trade more, but know that you can trade a lot because you're just risking a little bit. So a little bit of losses, a lot of losses will not really make shake the account that much. But when you're trading big lot size, or you're risking a lot, you should be trading less. I don't know, you get me. So that's what I think that is class. So today we are just going to be looking at GBPUSD. Okay, I think thank you guys. I decided to just drop USD. I just wanted to see what my trading will be like, dropping Euro USD and USD was one of the trades I used to trade, and I'm thinking of dropping BTC USD because I don't know because why I'm dropping, because my broker used to make it like it's somehow my broker, they don't allow me to use more than 0.04 lot size. I don't know, because of the leverage and all of that, but nevertheless I think it can be used in other what's it called, other maybe broker. So my profit, not my broker, profit I'm talking about. So let's go into the video. Weekly analysis. What I've been looking out for this week? Of course, GBPUSD. I'm still looking out to buy GBPUSD. Why? You can see clearly right here that GBPUSD is still in an uptrend. The daily is in an uptrend. The 4-hour is in an uptrend too. You can see the 4-hour is still clearly in an uptrend. So there's really nothing to be panicking about. But I tried buying GBPUSD on Friday. I tried buying GBPUSD on Friday and hit stop loss. I don't know how. I'll show you guys why. I'll show you guys. There's no why, not why I hit stop loss. I'll show you guys the trade, why I took the trade. It just made a lot of sense to me. I don't know why I still hit stop loss anyway, but that's by the way. So you can see the 4-hour is still in an uptrend. The 1-hour definitely still in an uptrend. You can see the market is still rallying up. Is a push back down, and now there will be a push for the upside. Market has already started trying to make the push to the upside. Now let us look at why did I take this trade. First of all, we know that 4-hour on the 4-hour is uptrend, on the 1-hour is uptrend. So on the tech, I came to the 1-hour and I saw these zones here. Let me mark it down again. I cleared it. I saw these zones here. Where is my okay? So I saw these zones. Remember, I just trade pure price action. So I just look at market. I do those things that I keep saying. I do those things that they teach us when you start trading. Those higher lows, support and resistance, trend lines. That's what I use. Honestly, I use that. And there's a lot of people, have successful people that I've seen using Harvey. That's what he does. Jeffrey, that's what he do too. Just structures, market structure, highs, lows, lows, highs, double bottom, support, resistance. That's it. And I really believe in keeping things simple, not because of trading, but long I believe in making it just be simple. Because those things still work, all right? Every strategy works. Every strategy works. So okay, I saw this. You can see here is like a mini on the 30 minutes you see clearly that is a resistance area. So as markets came right back down, let me show you on the 30 minutes. You can see this rejection here, but on the 30 minutes you can see what price did at London Open. And I assume that to be a stop loss hunt. I usually like to call it stop loss hunt, but I think what people usually call it liquidity grab. But I just call it stop loss hunt because it's actually a real thing. Because you see it happen often and often. Market will just come and a certain area that you yourself you know that that's where you keep your stop loss. Market will just come, tap into that area and reject that area immediately straight to the downside. So I people call it liquidity stops and those kind of liquidity hunts and grabs. How I call it is and because of that probably he's the one that's why I call it stop loss hunt because that's when I started trading. It was from him and I started learning trading. So I call it stop loss hunt. So while for the sake of you guys, most I think it's mostly SMC guys that or ICT guys. I don't know that usually use that word as liquidity grab. But I think well that's the right word to actually use. It makes no sense that stop loss hunt, liquidity hunt, stop loss hunt. Anyone. It's just perspective. All right, so I saw this support here. So I saw when you see this kind of thing happen, market comes down bearish like this, and then the next thing you see is it just comes in, tap into all these, see all these places because all these places is definitely where people are going to be keeping their stop loss. All these areas here is a zone. All right, because a lot of people are going to be thinking, oh, market is not going to be going up, and they're going to be keeping their stop loss in these zones. All right, so you can see market just came tapped into the stop loss zone, and then we could see the next candle. This is happening on the 30 minute. The next candle that opened engulfed the previous one that came to tap all this. I assumed that came to tap all this liquidity. All right, you can see the same thing happen here. It will be area liquidity, market just come, boom, and then you can see the next candle almost like you want to engulf the previous one, and then you see right to the upside. To the upside, but this was definitely I will not take this kind of trade because you can see we are trying in a downtrend temporarily. I would like to see a temporary change of trend, which I saw here. I could still see I could start seeing market breaking structures to the upside. All right, I could still see market breaking structures to the upside. So when I saw this, I got in, and I even got in my two profit accounts because it made a lot of sense. All right, first we can see a support area, a liquidity grab, and engulfing candle, and then you can see on the 1 hour you see multiple. So you can see multiple, you can see this rejection, this rejection. That's enough for me to go into the trade. And then we're riding in profit too. The next I saw, bam, market took me at stop loss. I was like, what the fuck? Where does this not happen? All right, see, one thing I just thought now I want to point out for you guys is don't let one thing be the thing that determines you to enter a trade. Let it be, that's what they call it confluence. Let it be a series of things. This is one of the things I used, they used to say, but I used to pay attention to them. Because I know very well that it's just recent, not a very recent, but more than recent, that I started noticing that I'd always just use one thing. I was like, oh, market is rejecting here. Oh, I get it. All right. Let it be a series of things that let you take a trade. For example, now, in my case, what made me take this trade? First of all, we're in an uptrend on the 4 hour, market is my main trend. As you can see me counting it, that is one. Two, we are uptrend. Two, we are in a area of resistance, sorry, support on the 1 hour time frame and also on the 30 minute. And then three, you can see market is breaking structures to the upside. All right, so four rejections on that zone, and then on the 30 minutes, which is though I used to look out for 2 to 3. I like 3 actually, 3 conferences. But this one just happened to be 4 conferences. And then you can see engulfing on the 30 minutes. So I hopped in the trade. Alright, if you want to even add more, you can see if you enter DXY, you can see this double top right here. You can see this double top. Retest, you would like to probably enter to right to the upside. Right, so but that's 5, but normally 3, I'm okay with 3 conferences. I just like to trade. So guys, that is it. All right, so it's it's mostly like try to always use the this is a very good trade. I didn't say anything wrong with this trade. For this market is still going to go up. It's a very good trade, but I don't know, a lot of traders have been saying it on Twitter that market has been very indecisive and all of that. you try to say, or be skeptical somehow. This happens, all right. That's why risk management. This is the kind of part that risk management to come into play a part. All right, this is me telling my journey. This is what I'm learning. All right, this is what I'm learning. I've made a little bit of money from forex, not a lot of money. I'm not profitable, but I'm on my way to profitability. All right, so it's part of the journey. You can learn from the journey too. All right, this is for beginners, newbies. This is not for people that are making already successful. There's no need to watch my video probably. If you can watch just for maybe to even correct me, I'm open for correction. I'm able to learn and all of that. So that is by the way. So this is I will take this kind of trade. This is a very good trade. This is where risk management comes in, as I was saying. This is where risk management comes in. Because when you're having all these unusual losses, and you will play its own part to secure you from blowing their accounts or getting your money out. So that was it on GBPUSD. And now let's go to XAUUSD. The trade I took for this week for XAUUSD was this crazy trade here. This crazy trade here. The market has just been very funny and skeptical. You can look gold has been in an uptrend on the 4 hour, but now wow, what am I seeing here? Hmm, seeing some pattern here. Familiar, but that's by the way. So you can see that gold has been in an uptrend. Gold has been in an uptrend, and we'll be looking out to be buying gold. And then gold reached this area of resistance, sorry, of support. Gold reaches area of support, and we're looking to buy the market at that zone. All right, so you can see the 4 hour is what let me give the zone. All right, and then we could see this double top that formed here, market breaking structures to the upside. Believe me, I do not really see any error that what would have made me not take this trade, because this was very good trade. Sorry guys, I'm looking at something. I'm seeing some good set. I'm looking at something that's giving me some very good buyers in the market. Right. I'm seeing something familiar. I might be looking out to buy gold next week. See some patterns, clear patterns that I've seen before that you might not be able to see. All right, so let's get into the video. So this was the reason I took the buy on gold. Okay, let me get rid of this. This was a trade I actually took. Hide. Hide. So we could see market reaches first, second, third on the trend line. All these things happening in an uptrend. The double top, you see the double top clearly. I'm wearing it on the 1 hour. So you can see this double top right here. And our market reached a touch of the trend line, and then we got this marvelous engulfing candle slash pin bar that engulfed the previous one. I believe this was going to be just a reject, and check on the 50 minutes, you're going to be seeing good hesitation in that zone. So you could see this engulfing candle. When the candle retested, I hopped in, and then I just got stopped that instantly. But why one thing I'm happy is that this trade here, I just feel my risk. You can see I believe here to be at the stop loss. This is the same thing I pointed out in GBPUSD. Market comes, this area is stop loss hunt. I call it stop loss. And then you see the next candle that comes out is a bullish candle that engulfs the previous one. So I hopped in right about here to take it to the upside. Then I was the profit. Then the next thing I came out, I saw myself a loss. So that was it, guys. And that was why I took this buy on XAUUSD. The confluences was one. We are uptrend on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, we are uptrend, and we are in the third of the trend line in the 30 minutes. And then you're seeing rejections and engulfing candles, which also did stop loss hunt on the 15 minute. And then we took the trade for the buy, only to hit stop loss. All right. So yeah, that was it, guys. And is there any other thing more? Is there another thing more? Is there another trade I took? I took a trade on GBP. I'm sorry, in BTC took a trade on BTC. This was the trade I took on BTC USD. I took this trade. Why did I take this trade? First of all, we could see BTC on the 4 hour is in an uptrend. So in an uptrend, you can see we are in an uptrend on BTC USD. So on the 1 hour, what are we going to be looking for? On the 1 hour, we're looking out to buy the market. So one of the reasons that we're in an area of support. So remember, you buy from the support. So I was looking to buy from support. You can see this double top right here, and on the test of this trend line, I was hoping to get in, and then you can see this break of this minor trend line here. That was a counter trend. So you can see the confidences are always more than two. All right, there was more than two for me to take into that trade. It was a very good trade though too. So I saw this and I got in, I tapped in, I came and it was all that I used actually here. So I said, okay, I'm going to market. Market went up. I was like, okay, market can get back here. So I can be a touch on the trend line and I'll hop it. And then I stopped out again. So this market I was supposed to be losing. I'm not running trade this week. Not at all. Losing. But by weeks I was still entered. I was still risking a certain amount. We look out for next week. We don't know what next week will bring, but we'll just try to follow the same thing even better if we can. Because this kind of trade, what I was waited for was to see in this trend, this top touch of the trend line, to see a candle reaction or market reaction from this place first before she enter. And just like how you did here, I want to start seeing this kind of thing before I enter for the buys. But I just hopped in. I thought because I use orders, but I just hopped in and got stopped out. So those are the trades I took for this week. And yeah, that was it. Okay, did I take this? Okay, I missed this trade. No, this trade I missed this trade. It was on Tuesday. Whoa, reflecting the light. Dang, NEPA, Niger. So guys, yeah, that was it. And for next week, what are we looking out for? Or for next week, we're going to be looking out to. For next week, guys, I'm taking the lights. Niger every day. So for next week, I'm still looking out to buy GBPUSD. Don't be deceived how you're seeing all these things because me before I started looking out to sell. But bro, these things are I'm not selling. I'm not selling anything. Except otherwise, because for now I'm not seeing anything reason to sell. It's not just this that make me want to sell the market. It's not just this. But I'm looking to buy GBPUSD. I like the structure is still up. Alright. XAUUSD, I'm looking to still buy XAUUSD. GBPJPY and EURJPY still okay. GBPJPY might be looking to sell GBPJPY and also might be looking to EURJPY. I don't really know. I don't know what's happening here right now. But let me look at the yen basket. What is happening? The yen basket. How did it end on the daily? Okay. Yeah, we must be looking to buy the yen basket. Oh wow. Okay, guys. Okay. Quickly. We'll see this push first and then we'll see this drop. That's what it's gonna look like on the monthly and the okay. Let's see what GBPJPY. Okay, guys, temporary buys, temporary sells on GBPJPY because I'm seeing temporary buys on the yen basket. I'm seeing temporary buys on the yen basket. Market will first to push up, when it comes out to then push right back down. And an uptrend and a downtrend and daily. Okay, so guys, okay, I'm seeing yen temporary yen strength. All right, yen is still going to probably still be strong, but we would just like to watch out and see. Let's see. Man, this chart. I don't know, guys. I have no take on yen. I'm confused. I hate when I'm confused. What I just do, I do that market. I'm seeing yen weakness. I'm seeing yen strength. I'll look into it, but I'll update you guys on my YouTube for shorts. But right now, I don't really know what is going on yen. So let's leave yen. So GBPUSD is looking out for buys and gold is looking out to buy gold. But the way the market is looking now, you might see temporary sales though. But and next week is NFP, guys. But we're gonna probably see buys though too. Sorry guys, you cannot see my face. They just took the light and I'm about to end the video. So there's no need to want to say find another source of alternative of light, maybe sunlight or generator, whatever light. Yeah guys, because what I'm seeing here right now, I'm seeing some temporary cells. If market breaks here, it does this. We might see some temporary cells in the market though before we now get the buy. We might see some temporary sales on GU before we get the buy, and we might see some temporary sales on gold before we get the buy. That's what I'm seeing. But right now, I don't have anything to. There's no chart. Nothing is clear for me to say like how I've been saying. We're going to be seeing this or that, but because now the market is looking somehow. Right, looking somehow. Because sometimes when I call out trade, sometimes some of them is long term. I call them long term, or sometimes I call it short term. I say you're going to see short term weakness, or sometimes I will say you're going to see short term strength. And sometimes I call it you're going to see sometimes long term or long term weakness or long term strength. So right now I'm not seeing any one self. I'm not seeing short term sells on GU. I'm seeing short term sells on GU, but I'm not really seeing. But long term, I'm seeing buys on GU long term. But short term, we're gonna get some little bit of short sells, and then gold. I'm seeing long term buys too, but short term sells. All right. So I want to call the trader. I like to call the long terms or very short long term that will happen. But first, we might see some sells on gold before we not see the buy. So there's no need to buy and or vice versa. So guys, that's it for this week. Thank you very much, and I'll peace out.